space, aliens, fighting, space. In this brand new season of Vapor Lores, the TV show, you'll get all kinds of updates about the biggest game in space history. No refunds available at this time. It's time for...
Welcome to Vapor
Lores.
Sorry, jump started it, but
I'm Sophia, the project producer.
And I'm Ethan. I'm one of the creative leads on the project. A co-creator and
Project director.
Yes, project director.
That's the simplest and most concise way to put it.
But it doesn't encompass everything I do. But today we've got a very exciting segment. I believe it's a return segment.
Yes, it is. I talked to Ethan before this and I said, I want to do my own Vapor Lores segment.
And, it's, sometimes fanfic can be really encouraging to an artist. But,
I look forward to all the fanfic that is going to come forward.
Oh,
for
me
this
too,
game.
me too. It's really
of course, this is going to be canon lore. So let's get the guy up. Whoop, there it is. Vapor Lores. Today, we are talking about my favorite character, the Vapor Lord, who is the main villain of the show.
There's actually no villain.
It's this character.
With war there isn't always.
Can I please tell the world about the Vapor?
You're more than welcome to say your fic. Go ahead.
The Vapor Lord lives in a castle. In space.
There's not a lot of castles.
Okay, can I please? You've interrupted again.
I just want to make it clear to the gamers at home.
The Vapor Lord lives in a castle that the Vapor Lord pilots to get around space. Of course, the Vapor Lord would also have an L ship, which throw you that bone, and then
that's copyright infringement. Because if your fics, got L ships and it's not canon,
you have the copyright. So the Vapor Lord will travel to all of the different systems because you are playing as the Vapor Lord as the main character, and there will be a drop-down menu that lets you choose to play as the Colonel or other characters, like some cute little. You might be able to play as Snakeits. Why not? It's
change the name.
It's Snakeits. I've decided we're back to Snakeits.
Okay. Well then, maybe canonically they can go by two names.
All right. We'll agree. See.
Okay. See.
We've settled the decision diplomatically. We've agreed that Snakeits and Snakers are both accurate names for the creature, as well as the Vapor Lord being canon. So I'm glad that we can agree to that.
But that doesn't make any sense at all because the Colonel's not an adversary to anyone.
It's an adversary to the Vapor Lord.
For the player, he's meant to be your mentor. He's meant to guide you through just wars and committing acts of heroism.
Well, the Vapor Lord would also commit acts of heroism, but also it'd be a way to look at those acts of heroism through a more critical lens, which is what we want to build as a game that really challenges the audience in interesting ways and isn't just a bunch of long nonsense no one enjoys reading.
Wants to play some high and mighty Lord of Vapor in their space castle.
Well, the Vapor Lord would come from a working class background, and that's sort of the tragic backstory of the character. So it would be relatable to people coming in and playing the game.
Yeah, not as relatable as the Colonel, though. The Colonel is a genetically created clone, weaponized for warfare, who discovers the true power of friendship. Because being a genetically enhanced mutant clone orphan.
Grace is an orphan. Why don't we bring her in, and then she's a proper artist. She can settle this discussion right now. Grace.
Hello.
This is Grace. She's our lead artist.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Yeah, take a seat.
Sure. Do we have another chair in the office at the moment?
Fine.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you. Oh, are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe your bed.
Yeah, come on around. Bugs needs to.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, can you keep going? The playtest is. We've got a playtest coming up. It's very exciting. Really, really good.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All right. Hello, Grace. How are you?
I'm fantastic, yeah.
That's great. Yeah. You've done this. I just want to explain to the viewers at home that this is. I didn't know about.
Thomas is one of my year twos and he just started chemotherapy, so I just wanted to make him feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because he was really fond of his hair.
Yeah, no, it's really good that you did that.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm glad I now know.
Right.
So, the Vapor Lord.
It's not canon.
The Vapor Lord is canon. Well, we need you to decide.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know who the Vapor Lord is.
Let me tell
Yeah,
you about
no,
the Vapor
nobody
Lord.
does.
Okay, so the Vapor Lord is this kind of cool sort of character who lives in a castle in space and travels around saving people and saving populations. And everyone hates the Vapor Lord, but they come to love the Vapor Lord because they realize how important and special they are to the universe. And that is what's so exciting. Working class background as well, which you'll appreciate.
So not quite like Batman or anything.
No, not quite like Batman. Batman's more
the
of a
Colonel's
rogue.
Sorry, I just thought
Batman's
of the castle. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The Colonel is
More like Batman.
Batman's for kids. The Colonel, though, he's made for three-dimensional human beings, people who really know the sorrows of pain and the devastation that losing one's parents or not having them at all when you're a genetically altered, mutated, weaponized clone in space.
And I think that would be hard for you because that would make the game less fun to play if you're reminded of being an orphan and growing up in an orphan type situation, which would have been quite hard, I imagine. So I'm sorry that Ethan has brought that up for you.
No, that's you're right, but also it wasn't intentional, I understand.
You still working? Oh yeah, sorry. Just had to double check.
So would the Vapor Lord be another playable character?
Yes, that's exactly it. So the Vapor Lord is a character that you can sort of drive around and
You can't drive them. You can't drive a character.
I'm
it's
letting
becoming
people
a character.
drive your L ship. I'm going to let them drive my Vapor Lord. I think they could drive your Colonel, whatever the player wants to do is basically my argument. And you like player choice, don't you?
I'll be honest, it's not my area of expertise. If it's a character you'd like me to draw up, I can for sure do that. But I guess
Well, I think you should be getting on that. But I think just take them. I can decide for us. Okay, which one?
Oh, I honestly don't think it's my department. I wouldn't feel comfortable making that
I think
decision.
Keeping in mind the
terms of my
popularity
role as like
of certain characters is going to determine funding distribution to different departments, be that artistic or otherwise.
Okay.
Just with that in mind, just kind of give us a sense of which way you're leaning.
Well, in that case, it sounds like Vapor Lord is
I think so.
popular,
I think that's you've come to a really good conclusion there. Because the Vapor Lord is a character that people will look up to. They fear the Vapor Lord, but they also recognize that they're an important part of life.
Because I'm like the in my role, I've got like a big book of lore. So maybe this can be like appendices. Appendices are really where the real story is. In some cases.
Yeah, so people can
people
skip to that.
Maybe people will tell stories in these appendices. We don't know if they're canon because they're at the back of the book, but it's up to interpretation.
Exactly.
Like most art.
Yes, and I interpret it as canon. So does Grace. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
That's no problem.
I think this was my water. All right, so that's another episode of Vapor Lores Show. Come on down to the... Come on, this is... Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much. It's great to still have your support.
To the Vapor Lord.
The Colonel.
The Vapor Lord.
To the Colonel. And the player experience. Signing off. Vapor Wars.
I think I need to throw up.